A candid account of her life, Shay's latest book, My Good Side, was just published. The star of Vanderpump Rules discusses the specifics of her time in the spotlight. She describes how her life has been impacted by celebrity. While many fans were concentrating on Scandoval, Shay disclosed that she had discovered her husband, Brock Davies, had strayed on her. She was also expecting their daughter at the time. Scheana has talked candidly about how her husband's adultery affected her. To learn more, continue reading. Shay holds herself responsible for her husband's adultery. In 2023, everyone's attention is on the cheating scandal involving Ariana Madix, Rachel Leviss, and Tom Sandoval. The Vanderpump Rules cast was the subject of a significant media movement at the time. The cast members were under a lot of stress. At the same time, Shay discovered that her husband, Brock Davies, had cheated on her, which made things worse. Shay found out that she was expecting their daughter, Summer, at the time of Brock Davies' adultery. 2 years before the Scandoval event, the affair took place. According to Shay's 40-year-old new book, My Good Side, she worried that because of her previous affair with Eddie Cibrian, fans would judge her and claim that she deserved to be cheated on. It truly felt like I got my karma, Scheana says. Did I deserve to be cheated on by Brock? No, but I convinced myself I did. According to Shay, finding out that Brock Davies had cheated on her was a shock to her. She found it difficult to stay composed, but she understood that things were not as simple as they seemed. When the affair was made public, Shay admitted that she thought about leaving, but she felt that she had to think about her kid first. With all of the spotlight on the Vanderpump cast because of Scandoval, Scheana said that Brock told her about his infidelity out of concern that it would be exposed to the media. Shay also claims that she held herself responsible for her husband's extramarital affair. Scheana shares that she was able to get past her experience with the support of both solo and couples therapy. The reality star clarified, "Every day requires effort. My insecurities will always be there. I was thinking, what was that? When I witnessed him swipe and erase a text message the other day. Seriously, Scheana?" he asks. "However, I firmly think he would never act in such a manner again. I have faith in him. I've offered him my forgiveness. In couples therapy, we have worked hard. We can communicate with each other pretty easily. I want to demonstrate that if you genuinely love someone, your relationship's future need not be determined by a mistake they made in the past." Still married, Scheana, Shay, and her husband, Brock Davies, are actively working to strengthen their bond. For years, Shay has been a polarizing figure on Vanderpump Rules. She's been called everything from boy crazy to clingy, the friend who sometimes loves too hard, and the woman who wears her heart on her sleeve in front of millions of viewers. But behind the Bravo drama and the memes lies a deeper, more painful truth. Scheana once admitted that she believed she deserved to be cheated on. It's a haunting thought, one that reveals how fragile self-worth can become after years of betrayal, scrutiny, and heartbreak. In Scheana's story lies not just the arc of a reality star, but also the universal pain of people who've convinced themselves they weren't worthy of love, only to slowly find a way to rebuild. The beginning of a belief. Scheana's romantic history has been on full display since the early days of Vanderpump Rules. Her affair with Eddie Cibrian, who was married to Brandi Glanville at the time, branded her as a homewrecker in the eyes of the public. She carried that stigma for years, and it created the perfect storm of guilt and shame. Later, when she married Mike Shay, viewers saw her pour herself into the relationship. She worked tirelessly to support him, both emotionally and financially, while he battled substance abuse issues. His betrayal, sneaking behind her back and draining their accounts, left her devastated. Yet even then, Scheana blamed herself, wondering if her inability to fix him had pushed him away. That pattern repeated itself in later relationships. Every heartbreak seemed to carve into her the same cruel message. Maybe she wasn't enough. maybe she deserved it. Reality TV's cruel mirror. On reality television, heartbreak isn't private. It's packaged and replayed endlessly. For Scheana, that meant reliving moments of rejection and betrayal through reruns, social media commentary, and tabloid headlines. Fans dissected her tears, her confrontations, even her most vulnerable admissions. Every mistake became content. Every failed relationship became a storyline. Over time, this constant public analysis chipped away at her confidence. In one candid podcast conversation, Scheana revealed that she internalized the criticism. She convinced herself that she was the problem in her relationships, that her intensity and longing for love were reasons she kept being cheated on. "I told myself I deserved it," she admitted, her voice steady but filled with the kind of pain that doesn't fade easily. The cycle of self-blame. What Scheana described is heartbreakingly common. Victims of infidelity often blame themselves, replaying scenarios in their heads and asking endless questions. Did I give too much? Did I not give enough? Did I push them away? Was I bored? For Scheana, her natural tendency to love fully and openly made her easy prey for partners who took advantage of that loyalty. Instead of recognizing their failures, she punished herself, telling herself she wasn't worth the kind of love she craved. And when the cameras rolled, that self-blame was magnified. Viewers labeled her desperate. Castmates teased her about always needing a boyfriend. What they didn't see was the quiet ache underneath, the belief that maybe she had brought all of it on herself. Breaking the pattern. The turning point came with motherhood. When Scheana gave birth to her daughter, Summer Moon, everything shifted. For the first time, she wasn't just living for herself. She was shaping the world her child would grow up in. The thought of her daughter ever believing she deserved to be treated badly jolted Scheana awake. She began therapy, opened up more honestly about her insecurities, and started to challenge the toxic narratives she had once accepted. "I look at my daughter and I think, I would never want her to go through what I went through," Scheana said. "So why would I keep telling myself those lies about my worth?" Love that heals. Scheana's relationship with Brock Davies hasn't been free of controversy, but it has offered her something she desperately needed: stability and acceptance. For the first time, she speaks about being with someone who encourages her, who doesn't shame her for being affectionate or passionate, and who reminds her daily that she is worthy. Still, her healing didn't come just from finding a partner. It came from redefining what love looked like for herself. Love, she realized, wasn't something she had to earn by sacrificing her happiness or excusing betrayal. Love wasn't about proving her worth. Love, at its core, meant being seen and cherished exactly as she was. The larger conversation. Scheana's admission that she once believed she deserved to be cheated on resonated with fans far beyond the Bravo universe. It sparked conversations about how women, especially those in the public eye, are conditioned to shoulder the blame for men's bad behavior. In a culture where women are often told they're too much or not enough, it's no wonder that self-blame becomes an instinctive response. By speaking openly about her darkest thoughts, Scheana shed light on the damaging effects of shame and the importance of reclaiming one's narrative. From shame to strength. Today, Scheana is not the same woman who once whispered cruel lies to herself in the aftermath of betrayal. She's built a career beyond reality TV, she's a devoted mother, and she's found a steadier sense of self. That doesn't mean the scars have vanished. Healing is never linear. But when she talks about her past now, she does so with clarity rather than despair. Her story has become one of survival and resilience, a reminder that even the most broken beliefs can be rewritten. "I don't think I deserved any of it," she said recently. "I deserved love, loyalty, and respect. And I finally believe that." Why her story matters. Scheana Shay's journey is bigger than Bravo drama. It's about a woman confronting the lies she once told herself and choosing to believe in her worth again. It's about the countless people, mostly women, who have internalized betrayal as a reflection of their value, instead of seeing it for what it really is, a failure of the other person, not themselves. Her vulnerability reminds us that even in a world of Instagram filters and reality TV gloss, the quiet battles of self-worth are still raging. And while not everyone will live them out on screen, many will see themselves in her story. Conclusion: Scheana Shay once believed she deserved to be cheated on. Today, she knows better. Her journey from self-blame to self-acceptance is a testament to resilience and growth, one that shows that no matter how deep the wounds of betrayal, it's possible to reclaim your worth. For Scheana, the cameras may always capture her flaws, her missteps, and her heartbreaks, but they also capture something else: a woman who refuses to keep believing lies about herself.